In this demo, I would like to talk about the latest Citrix XenServer 7 release, and specifically the integration we have just announced with Intel regarding the virtualized graphics called GVT-g. If you're not familiar with Intel's virtual graphics, this is an on-CPU based GPU which uses the Iris Pro graphics chipset. Now what's significant about this is that it's embedded onto the CPU. There's no extra hardware, software or licenses required for businesses seeking to leverage virtual graphics for their virtual applications or desktops running within the data center on XenApp or XenDesktop infrastructures. The environment I have here is based on Windows 10. It's running out of a data center in Santa Clara, California, and I've connected to it through Citrix XenDesktop. If we look here at the Windows 10 device manager, we can see that I've got an Iris Pro Graphics 6300 adapter, and I've also got a Xeon E3 CPU. Okay, this is basically required for the virtual graphics to be integrated. Now I should also state that this chipset is leveraged by Citrix HDX, and here in the HDX settings I want to draw your attention to the section labeled Graphics Thin Wire Advanced down here. We can see that this is currently using minimal frame rates, 1 frames per second, and it might only jump up a little bit if I start switching screens or I start running something that's going to be more intensive on the graphics. So let's get that started. I'm going to start this Heaven benchmark here. I'm going to run that. Just move it out of the way a little bit. So whilst that's starting, I just want to sort of highlight a few things to do with this implementation. So first off, Citrix XenServer is the first hypervisor platform to offer this integration. There are no other hypervisor platforms on the market, Type 1 hypervisors, that are able to leverage this integration. Now additionally, each Intel Xeon CPU socket that is within the system is able to run up to 7 virtual graphics sessions. As you saw from the device manager, it's currently based around the E3 chipset, so today it's really ideal for scale-out platforms that leverage this CPU type. The graphics can also be leveraged by either XenApp or XenDesktop and applications that use those graphics. The drivers that you use are based around the Iris Pro graphics, the software driver for that piece of hardware. Okay. Now, these days, use of these graphics doesn't just relate to high-end CAD/CAM packages. You'll actually find that it's able to cater for a large number of different application types, such as your browser and office applications, which are all able to leverage enhanced graphics if they're available. Now let me flip this to the benchmark setting, and we can see here the current frame rates. We also have got a minimum frame rate of 9.3, a maximum frame rate that's jumping up. It's about 23 at the moment. We might see that go up higher. I've seen it hit just shy of 50 frames a second for the maximum. Now down here we can see that also the HDX frame rate's gone up a little bit. We're seeing that at it's just jumped to 17 there. So that's in relation to the amount of frames that it's also being able to sort of push over the HDX channel. Great, so that's it. That concludes this short demo. If you want to know more about either Citrix XenServer 7 or Intel's virtual graphics GVT-g, please check out XenServer.com. As you can see on this slide as well, there's also a couple of Twitter handles. Follow at XenServer, or also look at the #Intel or #XenServer handles. Thanks for watching. Look out for more videos around XenServer 7.